Okay, quick disclaimer. If you are about to watch this movie and you've heard all these people talk about how like profound it is and thought-provoking, all that lovely stuff, try not to think about it while you're watching the movie. Try as hard as you can to just watch it like you would any other Pixar, any other movie really, and it will do better for you. If you go into this movie trying to overthink and like overanalyze all this stuff, you're really gonna miss out on a lot of the fun of it and a lot of the delivery. So just let Pixar do their thing. You know, they're good at it by now, and they were always good at it, I should say. But listen, they didn't mess up this time. So just watch the movie. Don't overthink. Don't overanalyze. Do. Subscribe, and then enjoy. Anyway, let's just get on with this review because it's time for me to talk about. Probably reviews. Soul is Pixar's latest movie, and it was co-directed by Pete Docter and Kemp Powers. Pete, you know, from Inside Out, Up, Monsters Inc., classics. So, you know, a lot of hype riding on this movie, at least in terms of Pixar fans. You know the dude's got a good track record. So Soul is about a middle school band teacher named Joe, played by Jamie Foxx, whose only real goal in life is to become a famous jazz pianist. And after a whole long life of not making the cut, he finally gets his chance, and then he dies. In an attempt to escape the great beyond, he finds himself in the great before, which is kind of just a place where souls, you know, flesh out before they are sent to Earth to be born. And that's where he meets 22, an unborn soul played by Tina Fey, who actually has no interest in being sent to Earth and beginning her life. So like a lot of movies in 2020, Soul was supposed to come out in theaters, but for obvious reasons, Disney decided to release it on Disney+. And honestly, that kind of worried me because I don't know if you guys remember Mulan, but that movie was really bad, and it was $30. So to say that they're gonna release this one for free on Disney Plus, it was just a little concerning. I was a little concerned. All right, so this movie, although it looks like a kid's film, it is absolutely littered with super introspective and thought-provoking questions about life and purpose and all that stuff. But that's literally what Pixar does. You know, they make you think that you're watching a kid's movie, and they slap you in the face with that emotion. So like I mentioned before, Joe has a huge passion for jazz in this movie, and oh God, does this movie make you love it with him. Like there's a scene early on in the movie where he's just talking about his first experience with jazz music, and he's playing the piano, he's doing his little thing, talking to his students, and you're like watching it and you're like, this guy clearly loves jazz. And then you watch it some more and you're like, I love jazz. What I will say is that I was surprised with how adult this movie was. With the movie focusing on these like heavy themes about life and death and purpose and success and failure, and I don't know why I went up for failure and down for success. Who knows? Listen, all I'm saying is I'm not too sure how much a kid can relate to this stuff. And that's not to say I don't think kids will enjoy it. You know, the jokes are funny, the music's fantastic, and those little soul baby things are freaking adorable. It's just as a kid, you don't really have a lot of the experiences that Joe's had. You know, he is a middle-aged man. So it kind of makes me think that this movie was made with the intention to kind of help parents into this conversation with their kids. Kind of like how Inside Out was a movie about, you know, this girl who was going through a lot and she didn't really know how to communicate it. This movie is kind of like saying, hey parents, I'm not gonna tell you, watch the movie. Although this movie's only like an hour and 40 minutes long, there were a couple of moments where I was like, okay, let's wrap this up. And I don't think it was necessarily because it was too long. I just think there was like some pacing issues. For instance, there were scenes that I thought went a little longer than they should have, and they should have been shorter. And then on the other hand, there were scenes that were just like, there and you're done, and I feel like those scenes should have been longer. Did that make any sense? I think it did. So that's just something I noticed in my viewing. Other than that, and then a couple of missed jokes here and there, and maybe like one or two predictable moments, I really have no complaints about this movie. In the end, this is a movie that I believe the whole family can enjoy, especially after the dumpster fire that was 2020. I think this will really hit home for a lot of audiences. If you're a parent watching this and you actually want to show this movie to your kids, but they're a little on the younger side, I actually would say wait a little bit until they're a little more emotionally mature. I just think that they would enjoy it more if they understood more of the decisions and emotions behind the characters. All right, so I'm gonna give Pixar's Soul an 8.5 out of 10. Pixar, you have done it again. This is right up there with all your best movies. I would say this movie is maybe not as accessible, but that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. That's just how this movie was made. So enjoy what you can from it What you don't enjoy, suck my dick. So I make videos all the time now. This is my life now. I make videos now. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. More importantly, if you watched Soul, comment down below what you thought about it. If you didn't watch Soul and you don't plan to, well, what do you like watching? Comment that down below and I'll watch it and I'll let you know what I thought, because you are the only one watching this video. Bye.